He was on base 9 times in Game 3, fellas, and it ties a single-game Major League Baseball record. It is a World Series record that he owns all by himself, and you got to go back to the black and white days, the likes of, Max Carey in 1922.
Yeah, when the guys were running the streets. I mean, look at that. Look at those faces.
So, he plays in a 6+ hour game, hits 2 homers, gets on base 9 times. And then 17 hours from the end of that game, he's going to pitch in Game 4, Peeve.
It's a tall order. And we also saw the coaching staff come out and check on him with stretching his hamstring. I watched him for the rest of the night after that, continually starting to stretch the hamstring. You just wonder what his legs are going to go back. And I just think about, we watch him night after night on boards with a few, or he's the only guy to have done stuff. It makes me wonder, guys, how much better he even would be if it's all he did was one thing. We've got to remember this guy is prepping to start tomorrow after doing this in the game before. It's truly remarkable.
What we're watching is just special. Yeah, we have no words to describe it. I just think, and if you're the Blue Jays, you have to think the game has to dictate how you're going to attack him. But he cannot beat you. It's got to be somebody else. Yeah. It's just, he's too good.
So you do this all day tomorrow? Like, they're going to give him 4 wide ones. They're going to treat him like Kelly Leak and the Bad News Bears. And they're doing that to give Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, 2 MVPs, a chance. That's how good he is.
Next. Yeah.
But I think that's the right call. It's just how good he's been. He's in scoring position when he's on deck. It's already 1-0 when he's on deck. That's what he could do if you pitch to him. So, yeah, I would think the game will have to dictate if you're going to pitch to him or not. I would think if the game is close, you don't pitch to him. Mookie has to beat you, Freddie has to beat you, and the rest of those guys have to beat you, just not Shohei.
I want to say it again. Today was a day 4 for him, the day before you're going to start. That day for a normal pitcher is spent prep and getting it all digested. This guy maybe did some of that, and then also came out today and dominated a baseball game. Like, what did he do to get ready? It's just remarkable. I can't wrap my brain around it.
I mean, if the series goes 6 or 7 games, he's got a chance to hit more homers than anybody in a postseason. Oof. He's on that kind of pace. We're set for some fun stuff coming up in Game 4. Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers. Shane Bieber in what amounts to close to a must-win for Toronto. Thanks for watching MLB Tonight. For Jake Yonder, I'm Matt. Full highlights and continuing coverage of Game 3 coming up next. For a year from hitting the first ever walk-off grand slam in World Series history, Freeman hits a walk-off homer in the 18th to give the Dodgers a 2-1 series lead. He's in good company. Max Muncy did a 18th inning walk-off in 2018. Gibby and Freddie back-to-back years. Amazing stuff. And Lauren Shahadi visited with him right after the magic moment.
Freddie Freeman, congratulations. What's it like to hear 50,000 people screaming your name?
Yeah, it's incredible. I think we talked earlier to see if we got some magic again coming back here in our first series. Yeah. This took a little bit longer than last year's World Series game, but this is incredible. This isn't me. This is our pitching staff. Our bullpen was absolutely incredible tonight. Hats off to Will Klein. He's really the MVP of this game.
The announcers were saying everyone was trying to do too much. How did you simplify in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I started having better swings in my last couple of bats. I just missed one, I think it was like 22 innings ago.
A day ago?
Yeah, a day ago. And then the one to left center. So I was just trying to get a hit. I was just trying to simplify it, get a hit, keep the line moving. And the swing started to be feeling better. And I'm just glad that one went out.
When I saw Yamamoto warming up.
Oh my gosh, I saw it too.
I thought, what the heck?
We got to end this.
We got to end it.
We got to end it. We cannot have it come in the game. I didn't mean.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lauren.
Another big World Series moment for Freddie Freeman. Players with multiple postseason walk-off homers. It's a short and very distinguished list that Freddie is the latest entry on.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, the stuff he's doing, the way he's able to simplify games, slow everything down. This is who he is. He's always done this. He's always been in the big stage and has always delivered.
I thought it was amazing that he said, I started to have better at-bats as the night went on. We're talking 8, 9, 10 at-bats. And we saw that with the deep fly-out that he mentioned. And then it's just a matter of time before he delivered.
So many big performances. Freddie, of course, gets the headlines. We'll identify some other key moments in Game 3 next on MLB Tonight.
Clayton Kershaw, one word to describe what we just saw that game.
Oh, it's the best. That's just, What a game. What a game. Just all the way around. We did that 6 years ago against Boston, and Muntz did it then, and Freddie did it now, but just so many people contributed, our whole team, and holy cow, that was nuts.
Yes, it was. And the 12th was nuts as well. Bases loaded. Take me through what you were trying to do with Nathan Lucas.
Yeah, you know, I just tried to stay ready down there, and thankful to be a part of it. Got my number called, and got an out. And so I'm sure we'll have to get ready tomorrow, but that was a big out, and happy to do it.
How did you stay so ready? You were in the bullpen forever.
I warmed up a lot. I was loose. I threw enough pitches, but that's the life of a bullpen guy. I'm learning, so I'm getting ready.
You're a bullpen guy now?
I'm a bullpen guy for 4 more days, and then I'm out.
You know what? I was thinking about you being out, and 18 years ago when you walked in these doors, Clayton, when you walk out for the final time, what will you look around? What will you think about?
I'll remember moments like this, and it's too hard to think about right now, but it's just so special. This whole place is unbelievable. I can't believe I'm getting to be in another World Series at Dodger Stadium, and memories for a lifetime.
You're a legend. You need to check on your wife, by the way. And the 12th, I saw her. She was not well.
I know. She's not reliever ready. She's starter ready. She's not reliever ready, so I'm going to go check on her.
Breaking her in. Congratulations.
Thanks, Joe. Freddie, walk-off grand slam, game 1 last year, walk-off in game 3 this year.
Yeah.
This was an epic game.
Yeah, I know.
What was it like to be a part of it?
Oh, my. It took a little long. This one took a little longer, but this game was incredible. Our bullpen was absolutely incredible, so thank you. Yeah, Will Klein, absolutely incredible.
So many heroes in this game. For you, when Kershaw came out of the bullpen in the 12th, bases loaded, what was that like?
That was awesome. His first pitch was 89, his slider. I was like, oh, baby, we got old vintage Clayton back. Coming to the biggest spot like that, no better person you want on the mound than Clayton Kershaw.
You thought you had one hit out earlier in this game. Were you sure about the one you hit out here?
I was not sure, just because of the other couple. My swings were getting better and better as the game was going on, so I'm just glad I was able to get the opportunity again.
What were your emotions like circling the bases?
Oh, my gosh. Just pure excitement. When you grind and fight, and our bullpen and our pitching staff did what they did, to have that go 6 hours and 40 minutes or so, that's as good as it gets.
Freddie, thanks a lot. Now over to Tom Verducci.
Well, thanks, Ken. Shohei Ohtani, you have given baseball over the years a galaxy of great moments and great games. But this one, the first player in 119 years with 4 extra base hits in the World Series, on base 9 times. Where does this one rank for you among the most meaningful games of your career?
個人的な記録になりますけども、119年ぶりの記録というところで、個人的には今この成し遂げたのはどこにランクされてますか？
いや、もう勝ったのが全てかなと思うので、今日ね、こう自分のプレーっていうのは後からこう振り返ればいいのかなと思うので、今日はもう切り替えて明日の登板に向けたいなと思ってます。
What matters the most is we won, and what I accomplished today is it's in the context of this game, and what matters the most is we flip the page and play the next game.
The next game. I will remind you, you are the starting pitcher in the next game. We saw Dave Roberts, your manager, check on you in the 11th inning. How do you feel, and how will you feel tomorrow?
今日の試合の展開っていうところもあって、明日の状態、投げることに関してどう思いますか？
もう早く帰って寝て明日に備えたいです。
I want to go to sleep as soon as possible so I can get ready.
Rest well. Thank you so much, Shohei.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joe.
What do you go to?
There's a lot, man. I love the way we played. I love the way we fought. I think every single player had the right intentions on both sides tonight. You know, there's a lot of things you look at. You know, we had chances to score. They had chances to score. Yeah, a lot to digest. You know what I mean? But I think turning point's obviously a walk-off homer. But man, I give my guys so much credit for playing the way they did, and Eric Lauer pitching the way he pitched. That's pretty unbelievable. I know Klein did the same thing for them, but A lot to unpack in that game, but I couldn't feel as good as I do right now about the way they went about it.
It looked like Bieber was in the bullpen at the very end. How close did he get to coming into this game?
Fairly, I think Little had at least 2 innings in him and kind of go from there. We were trying to navigate that a little bit, knowing that after him it was going to be Shane. And that's why Eric went as long as he did. And you gotta figure it out sometimes on the fly, but he'll be ready to go tomorrow.
5th row on your right, Bill.
I'm wondering, I think it was the 7th inning, you guys had a mound meeting before Ohtani came up. Could have walked him then, chose not to. Obviously, you're willing to do that later on. I'm wondering why it didn't make sense in the 7th and why it made more sense to you later on.
Mound visit, we're trying to pitch around him, you know what I mean? And you trust Sir Anthony to make pitches to do that. And sometimes for pitchers, it's hard to do that, when you're kind of trying to throw a ball and didn't put it where you want to put it. But, he had a great game. He's a great player. But I think, after that, you just kind of take the bat out of his hands.
And not to give away secrets, but this is pretty much what we should expect going forward?
Yeah.
Far back on your left, Keegan.
John, what do you make of Ohtani's entire performance today, and how did that match up against what you guys were kind of game planning for with him bullpen-wise?
His performance was really good. He's arguably the best player on the planet, I think he kind of reacted in real time a little bit. Again, man, they have a really talented lineup. It's not the easiest thing in the world to just walk him and face Mookie and Freddie. You know what I mean? So every situation is different. You gotta really execute at a high level against him. And I think the first couple games we did. I know he hit the homer off Fish in game 1, but I think that we executed pretty well, minus today. And he's a great player and took some really good swings today.
Move up a few rows, Shy.
John, as you were extending Eric and asking more from Little as well, what are some of the conversations like in terms of assessing how they're feeling and how much more they have?
Just talking to him, Eric's a starter, you know what I mean? This was obviously more than we expected out of him. It's been a long time since he's thrown that many pitches, but you watch his stuff was holding, he was executing, and he's got a great heartbeat about him, so after his second, you're kind of touching base with him, seeing how he feels, and he was really convicted about continuing to go, and I can't say enough about what he did.
The 2nd row on your right, Jeff.
What happened with George Springer, and where's he at right at this moment?
Yeah, George, it's some right side discomfort, He's already went for an MRI. We'll see how it comes back and see how he wakes up tomorrow. But it sucks, he's obviously a huge part of our lineup. Glad I got him out when I did, and hopefully, didn't make anything worse. But we'll see how he is tomorrow.
4th row on your left, Gabe.
How big is the challenge to make sure that this game, you don't lose this game twice?
Not at all. Not at all. This group is going to be ready to play tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's longest game in World Series history, whatever it is, tied for it. These guys are enjoying it. They were in the right mindset and the right headspace the entire time. You know what I mean? It sucks that it's late right now. We got to come back and do it again tomorrow. But these guys are going to be more than ready. You know what I mean? The Dodgers didn't win the World Series today. They won a game. You know what I mean? And these guys are going to be ready to go tomorrow.
All right, tonight's.
Well, part of the reason that John Schneider's Blue Jays were so quiet in the late innings is because the Dodger bullpen was fantastic. Will Klein joins us, 4 scoreless innings. Way to go, dude. Way to throw it tonight, man.
Thank you.
So I got to ask you first about the workload, and these aren't just ordinary pitches. These aren't ordinary innings. You pretty much doubled the number of pitches you'd ever thrown professionally tonight. Was that at any point on your mind, or does the adrenaline of a World Series just take over?
I think the adrenaline kind of takes over. Like, a situation like that, you kind of black out there. You're just like, the adrenaline just carries you through each pitch. And same thing with, like, the fans and the guys in the dugout, everybody that played, like, their energy and their support, like, carries you pitch to pitch as well.
Adrenaline rolling, but I want to know, what was the conversations in the dugout like? Are you talking to Mark and talking to Dave about how you were feeling, and how did those conversations go?
Oh, no, they just said keep going. Yeah, came in, keep going. I'm like, all right, sit down, go back out, keep going, and then luckily Freddie got that one there. We didn't have to keep going anymore, but it was just, keep going, go out there, put a 0.
But you were prepared for another one if it had happened.
I think we had someone warming up.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I could have, maybe.
Hey, Will, you were a 5th rounder by the Royals in 2020. Today you pitched the most important game of your life. Has it? I know it just finished, but has it set in a little bit?
I was saying earlier, I don't think this will set in for a while. Especially quick turnaround tomorrow, and finishing out the series. But I think, once it's over and we're at home, we'll be able to sit back and be like, wow, like how special was that?
So you finish an inning and you were out there for 4 of them, and you get into the dugout and you're thinking, I held him. We're going to win it right here. And then the same thing, rinse and repeat. I held him. We're going to win it right here. And that keeps going on and on. Did you process any of that in your time on the bench between innings?
Not really. I sat down and I was, hoping we score. And then as soon as 2 outs come around, you lock back in and you get ready to go out and do it again. Like Freddie hit the home run there, but if you at any moment take yourself out of it and start more or less paying attention, you kind of lose that adrenaline, or you acknowledge what's going on. So I just sat down and was like, all right, I'll go as long as I have to. We're losing this game.
Check this out. We have a tweet to show you, or an X message, as it were. I'm still calling them tweets. CC Sabathia took notice today, sir. From CC, unbelievable performance from Will Klein. 72 pitches in the World Series Extras after never throwing more than 30 ever. 4 scoreless in a postseason winning debut. October Heroes salute. You're in the club now, Will.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
It's as cool as it gets you. You got 2 more in you tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Congratulations, man. Go drink this in a little bit. Enjoy. I know you still got a couple of games to try to win here to wrap things up, but this is a big one for you personally and for your squad, too. Way to go.
Thank you, guys.
Way to go, pal.
Man.